ETV Africa News at this hour.
Don't be confused, don't be carried away, and again, don't be lied by that line of better the devil that we know. There is no good devil, right? Anyone whose character, whose integrity is impaired does not have a place in the change that we want as a country. Thank you so much, Mr. Mungai. Thank you so much, the ETV fraternity, for giving me this opportunity to articulate some of the matters that are happening in this country. I would like to start by saying that so many things have happened since June of last year. There's a lot of reawakening, a lot of shifting, then later followed by the impeachment of a deputy president, and eventually formation of a pseudo-opposition that is currently facing off with the government. The challenge in Kenya is not a lack of leadership. It is a lack of integrity. And for that reason, I'd like to say that there are a set of people who have mastered the art of recycling themselves, shifting alliances, and presenting themselves as the spokesmen or the fighters of the people. We are in a time where the nation is reawakened. It is very conscious, and Kenyans need to continue being alert, because there's a lot of hoodwinking development. There's no development that is taking place. There's a lot of poverty is rising, cases of unemployment. We've had challenges which are in the public domain of abduction and disappearances. And the people at the top and the people who appear to be the opposition are not talking about that. But instead, what we're seeing is a lot of circus drama as they position themselves to take over the government, the next government, or else work with the existing regime and advance the rhetorics.
Okay. You've mentioned positioning themselves, and recently we have seen many people, especially we can say some young people who are aspiring to become leaders in this country, and leaders who have been there for quite a long time. Yes? And there have been a number of political parties that are being launched, and some are yet to be launched. What do you think about whatever is happening? And do you think these political parties will help Kenyans in any way?
For quite a long time in this country, we've had so many political parties. Every other term we have new parties. And what we are experiencing today is not new, and it's not the panacea to the challenges that Kenya is facing. Recently, we've had a series of political parties that have been launched by the so-called opposition, and I would like to say opposition in quotes. And the people or the formers of these parties are the same people that we are used to. If, for example, you look at the recent formations, I want to mention the parties first, but you will see people who have been working with the government, the current government, and even the previous governments. And they have not in any way, either as a group or individuals, projected that gusto of bringing change in this country. They have not properly articulated the challenges that Kenyans are facing, whether in their positions as people who are renowned in this country, either in parliament, either through their proxies in parliament or in the Senate. We don't have, we cannot, as Kenyans, we cannot really count on them. And I would like to challenge Kenyans to be alert. They be critical about all these elements and realize that there is no hope that is going to come. There is no change that is going to come with this crop of people who are presenting themselves as the opposition. You had earlier on mentioned about young people who have presented themselves as the alternative leadership. It is unfortunate that there hasn't been a consistency in their character. Remember, I said earlier that the thing that we are lacking in this country, it is integrity. The lack of the inconsistency in that character that can be counted upon to drive change in this country, to take this country to the next level, is also lacking in those few individuals who have tried to present themselves as leaders of the young people. But it is apparent, it is very clear, and I would like to say that the Gen Zs have made it very clear they still remain leaderless, formless, and they are very clear on what they are up to. Yeah.
And do you think there is an opposition in Kenya as of today?
As it stands, what I see is a circus to cover up on the challenges that are happening. And I would like to say for a while we've not had serious development taking place in this country. But again, politics have taken the center stage. We are seeing rallies, profound political rallies happening from the side of the government and from the side of the opposition, which is creating a blanket against the serious discussions that the Kenyans should be discussing. And what I'm saying is talk about development, national development, talk about the health matters in this country, talk about the perfection of the CBC education system, talk about the perfection and effectiveness of the devolution. All that is not happening, and it is because of the what has taken stage, the center stage, which is the political, that is the politicking. Now, as I said earlier, this is what these people are used to. They have mastered the art of recycling themselves to take power. And as it stands, that is where we are as a country. Okay. Not development, politicking.
Okay, now let's talk about the Gen Z vote. Unlike some years back, where most politicians were not focusing on young people because they thought they cannot help, they don't have votes, they don't register for votes. But this time round, things have changed. Every politician now is looking upon the Gen Z, especially the youngest people in this country who are the majority. What's your take on that? And is the Kenyan politics really changing towards the young people?
A lot has changed since the last time that we voted. Quite a number of young people did not register to vote, and subsequently they did not vote. That changed all of a sudden when the young people reawakened and realized all of a sudden that the future belongs to them, and it is being wasted. It is being squandered by the current leadership. Gen Zs have reawakened, and they have taken the center stage in the management of the affairs of this country. The government and the opposition have realized that there is no place they are going without factoring in the Gen Zs. Unfortunately, what is happening, there is a lot of gaslighting, where the Kenyans or the young people are made to think that they don't have a say, that they don't matter, that in as far as the direction the country is taking. And why I'm saying that is because if you look at the people who are going around campaigning from the side of the government and the side of the opposition, they do not really represent the Gen Zs. During the rejection of the finance bill in 2024, the young people were very clear, and they said that we are not after the positions. What we want is delivery of these services. We are even not ready for negotiations, for talks. We just want you to deliver. Unfortunately, that has not been the case. Instead, what happened then after was a lot of politicking, formations, events that are meant at covering the reality, a lot of intimidations, the abductions and all those things. But at the end of the day, Kenyans have their stand. Real Kenyans, real Gen Zs have their stand. That what we want is a total overhaul of the current system. We want to do away with corruption, impunity, and all that. And the thing about the Gen Zs is that morally they are uncompromising.
What's your parting shot?
To my fellow Kenyans, I would like to urge you, be firm, be focused, be organized, because power does not concede itself. It is taken by resolve. It is taken by a united people. It is taken by consistency in pursuance of the goals and the vision that the people bear. So for that reason, Kenyans, be alert. Don't be confused. Don't be swayed by the current political situation, the political parties, formations, and all that, the regrouping of the dynasties. Don't be confused. Don't be carried away. And again, don't be lied by that line of better the devil that we know. There is no good devil, right? Anyone whose character, whose integrity is impaired does not have a place in the change that we want as a country.